Right then, so for like probably the 17th time since I actually ever opened up a YouTube account, I'm back on it and I've got every intention of being regular with it, and I'm probably lying, so let's just see how long this lasts. Right then, so, but for the first time I actually feel like I've got something to post about on YouTube. So this is not a return to powerlifting, however I am looking at entering a competition in February. So prep is going to start in March if we get ready for another bodybuilding competition. I've already been on to my new coach and he's happy to start off. He wants 24 weeks out from the first competition, which works out as about March, like middle to the end of March, something like that. So that's how I'm going in there. And there's going to be a powerlifting competition in the northwest of England, so the Northwest Powerlifting Division. It's going to be at my old gym, Power and Fitness. I love those guys. Any excuse I get to have a little trip over to Liverpool and see those guys and also get a bit of lifting in there, I'll take it. So that'll give me around like somewhere like from, depending on what part of February it is and what time in March I start, I might have somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks after that competition before prep actually begins. So that'll be a nice little bit of time to get over any kind of post-comp blues, because it always happens whenever you've been pushing for something and then you let it all out, all the emotion comes out, you always end up with a few days to a couple of weeks of depression. So that'll give me time to get rid of that, eat a little bit of shit, and then it'll be full on ready for March time for prep beginning. So what I want to talk about in this first video really is just basically just like overcoming the fact that I'm not as strong as what I used to be. And luckily I've had a little bit of experience with this. So I remember the first time that I started squatting right after, so I took about 6 months off of lifting altogether when I left powerlifting, and I just went into BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA stuff, and I didn't really touch a weight for 6 months. Then I just started lifting again because I took a fight. Silly me. And like I remember, like I almost failed 180 for a triple after previously having squatted 331 kilos for a single at my all-time high. So like that would have, like, I was surprised that didn't actually fuck me up mentally. But because I had like a bit of a wider perspective on things, and like I wasn't as fixated on numbers and I wasn't that bothered about lifting anymore, rather than letting it get me down, I just realized, like, look, I haven't touched a weight in 6 months. This shouldn't feel good. Like, I should be shit at this now. And I just realized that I just wasn't that guy anymore. So coming into this, I've hit a 220 kilo single. So I've already done better than what I did the first time, because barely failing a 180, so barely getting a 180 for a triple, I would probably have 190 to 200 in me that day. And I was a much heavier body weight. So now I'm a much lighter body weight and I've already squatted 220, and there was probably another rep with good form there, maybe one more, but that wouldn't have been nice form. So like call it a 8.5 RPE, something like that. I'm pretty happy with that as a starting point. I've hit 140 for a double on 3 count pause bench press, and I'm yet to deadlift. So I'm going to be interested to see where my starting point actually is at. But, you know, the main thing is I've got a starting point, and I'm going to be a hell of a lot further along when it comes to this competition in, 12 weeks time, 14 weeks time, whatever it actually is. I haven't got a clue how long it is, to be fair. I'm just going to crack on and we'll figure out when we'll deload and all that sort of stuff later on. But for now, we're just going to get back to working hard. I'm jumping straight in and eating 3,000 calories a day now. I'll probably put a little bit of extra body fat on, but that'll balance itself out as I up my volume and just get used to training more often, training heavier more often. I'm going to be doing a couple of BJJ sessions a week, and I'm probably going to make sure I get 2 BJJ sessions in a week, and I'm probably going to sacrifice a lifting session for that. Purely just because I know when prep starts, it's going to be the other way around, and I get a lot of psychological benefits from doing jiu-jitsu and just like being in that kind of combat scenario without getting punched in the face. And I just feel like there's more for me to get out of the BJJ than there is the actual lifting side of things, because realistically I'm 17 years deep into training now. There's not that much more muscle I'm gonna get, so I may as well take the psychological benefits whenever I can. Right, so I'm going to try and keep fairly regularly on this. I'm going to try and get a video out at least twice a week, 3 times if I can. And it's going to be this kind of format. I'm just going to just talk about what's on my mind, and I'm just going to put lifting shit over the top of it. If the time calls where I'm doing instructional, or I talk about a specific lift in general, that makes no sense. Where I talk about a specific lift, we'll do that. But the main thing is I just get regular with the content. So get used to my sultry Barry White-like voice and some kind of heavy lifting that's going to get a hell of a lot heavier as the weeks go by. Right, thank you for watching. Please like, share, show your support, drop a comment. I'm always happy to get in touch with people and talk about all that sort of stuff. For all coaching inquiries, if you go into the description of this video, you'll find the link to my website where you can sign up for my emails, and that'll just give you a better idea of what I'm all about. Okay, guys, like I'm not after quick fixes. I'm not after 12-week transformations. You know, if you're in this for the long haul. You're not going to do anything significant in 12 weeks, but you can significantly change your mindset in 12 weeks. And that's how I always use those first 12 weeks, all right? It's around about building up good habits that'll take you forward into the next 12 weeks. So if you're interested in coaching, in being coached by me, please feel free, sign up for those emails. Hell, if you just want to fucking know what I'm keeping up to date with and just get some free tips, sign up with the emails. I'm all for all that sort of stuff as well. All I ask is that you share the stuff out and help me get good information out there. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you in a couple of days, but as we all know, I'm shit at YouTube, so you probably won't. Bye!